Welcome to the top 10 tips and tricks when investing in multifamily with your self-directed retirement account. Let's get started. Tip number 1. If you have self-employment income, roll over your existing 401k or non-Roth IRA into a solo 401k or EQRP. Tip number 2. If you're employed, find a way to get any self-employed income that you can. Drive for Uber, arbitrage items on eBay, knit blankets and sell them at your local market, anything. This way, you can open a solo 401k or EQRP and all your gains will be completely tax-free. Tip number 3. If you have an existing multifamily investment in your self-directed IRA and there is an upcoming sale that will trigger UDFI, reference tip number 2. Open a solo 401k or EQRP, do an in-kind transfer of your investments prior to the sale, and UDFI will not be triggered on the capital gains. I should mention, if your investment is held in a Roth or inherited IRA, unfortunately you cannot roll over to a solo 401k or EQRP. Tip number 4. Seek out deals that focus on refinancing and returning a large portion of your capital within 3 years. You can typically find this in many value-add deals that will start with a bridge loan and refinance into Fannie or Freddie debt once the property stabilizes. This will allow you to jump straight into another deal quickly, compounding your tax-free returns. Tip number 5. If you are retired, look for investments that will cash flow immediately to support your everyday life. Value-add deals can take 6 to 12 months to make their first distribution. Cash flow deals will begin paying out in the first quarter and have strong, proven operations, further preserving your wealth. Tip number 6. If you're making contributions, consider post-tax Roth contributions. A Roth IRA or Roth 401k plan, when invested in multifamily, has the potential for explosive growth over time. Pair that with the ability to take distributions tax-free when you're 59 and a half years old, and you'll have an incredible resource waiting for you upon retirement. Tip number 7. If you are above the income limit to contribute to a Roth IRA, consider the option of a backdoor Roth IRA. While a bit more complex, we have a video in our resource section that runs you through this concept. Tip number 8. If you have an inherited IRA, make sure you leave enough money uninvested to pay RMDs. Real estate is illiquid, and it will be difficult to divest your interest in an investment if you need funds immediately. Tip number 9. If you have an inherited IRA that you've inherited after January 1st, 2020, you will need to close that account within 10 years of receiving the account in your name. Take this into account when investing in longer time horizon multifamily deals. On year 2 of your 10-year countdown, you're likely all right. Your initial contributions should be returned to you through a refinance before time is up. On year 8, while you'll still be fine because you will distribute the asset from the IRA to yourself after year 10, this is something you'd want to plan for with your CPA as part of your larger tax planning strategy. And tip number 10. If your inherited IRA still holds a multifamily investment when the 10-year period is up, the IRA will need to distribute the asset in kind to the account holder and the IRA will be closed. At this point, the account holder will now receive all income. While now not necessarily a bad thing, this is another consideration you'll want to make in planning your overall tax strategy. And that's it. So those are our 10 tips and tricks when investing in multifamily with your self-directed retirement account. Thanks for watching.